She say I look good, but it's because I got these chains on. Tryna put that brain on all the fucking rain. I'm a millionaire. Keep the baby, I don't care. Cruising to your city and I blow a 50 in the air. Niggas coming.
So basically this is my ZBrush. Like I said in the first video, it's not set up properly in order for me to make my bases like I have in the past, but I still use it for the regular things like making like, God, my brain fart. I still use it for the regular things, just like making sculpts and everything. So we're gonna get into I think I saved under here. No, I didn't. Okay, I think I saved it under pre-mades. Page stop. There we go. Okay, so we have loaded it in. Again, if you want an overview, you press import and then you load it in. It loads in as an OBJ originally. So what I go to is I go to geometry and I press divide at least 3 or 4 times, or 5, and it still looks kind of like squares and vertices and all that. So you press edit and now it is smooth. If it is red, you can make it gray, whatever you choose. No big deal if it's gray or red, by the way. So I'll do gray because a lot of people are used to seeing it gray when they see some pictures that are posted. So you're going to go to Lightbox. If you have bought brushes, usually the places I buy brushes are ArtStation, Blender Market, or CG Trader, or that's about it. But mainly ArtStation. ArtStation has great assets that are just like amazing. I'm sorry about the background if you can hear anything. My cat is going crazy. So the brushes I'm basically going to use to like make it look the most realistic is probably going to be, I want to say, not this brush. I have a couple of brush packs. Maybe this one. Yeah. So I recently got these fold brushes and I love them because this looks like really good under the arm for that realistic under the arm look. And I don't really add as much wrinkles or anything like that because I don't know, I just like go for realism now. I was before, but I was so brand new to it, so I wasn't really, doing it as realistic, I guess. So this, I feel like it's more of a loose shirt. This is a super loose shirt, and this is a tight shirt. So to make it go faster, you can press transform, activate symmetry, and whatever you do this side, it goes to that side, and vice versa. I like to just see. Okay, that's a little too light. Too deep. So the Z intensity is how intense you're going to make your wrinkle or how intense you're going to sculpt. I love this because see how it just looks good. But this is for like showing you guys purposes. If you would do it something differently, honestly, that's what you would do. But for me, I'm just showing you guys like my method. So I'm going to put it back under here. Put it like that. I'm holding shift down and my left click to smooth it out. These are really the only tools I use. Sometimes I do put it here. Make that. I don't really have to smooth that out. That looks actually pretty good. So whatever you do to front, I learned this in one of my classes, you do to the back. I'm going to do that a little differently. Sometimes the same brush can't be used, but this one I think is not that bad. Okay. Actually doesn't look terrible. I'm going to just smooth this out. Okay. Much better. Alright. Ooh. Okay. I'm not going to touch the boots, but I might touch like right here. So we're going to go back. Don't press light boolean. I don't know what that does. I only press the buttons that I use. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to look for a different brush. Okay, these are just, no. Okay, these are not what I'm looking for, so I'm going to go back here. And you can actually load in PNGs. These are PNGs. They're ZBrushes, but like they're PNGs as well. You can load these into ZBrush. I don't really like that. Ew, that's a little too much. Let's see. Ugh, I don't like that brush. Maybe put, I mean, under the boobs? No, that just doesn't look good. Honestly, I feel like with ZBrush, you're using it to your discretion. Like, I'm sorry, not discretion, discernment. It's what you think looks good, what you like on your stuff, or how realistic you want to be. It's up to you. I'm just looking for something to put like right here. And honestly, like, I'm still learning ZBrush. So, you know, I might, one time, I have put that like that. That's actually not terrible. Maybe if I smooth that out and just have it like that. Let's see how that looks. Ah, it's not bad, actually. Or should I? I'll sit like this. No, because it's going way too much into that. I'm going to leave it like this. I'm just showing you, honestly, for the sake of the video. I don't hate that. I just feel like something needs to be right there. So I'm going to use like one of these and turn down the intensity of it. Make it into a 2 or something. Maybe a little more. Make it like a used shirt, but not too much. I like to turn it down and then kind of play with it. But we're just making this for the sake of it, so don't take it seriously. It's just how you would do it if you were in my shoes doing it right now. So if you're doing it with me, you know, obviously you would, you know, take the time out to like do it properly, but I'm showing it to you just like so we're not, you know, sitting and contemplating whether or not that looks good. But like somehow it is coming out good, so that's always a plus. Alright, so I kind of have it, I like it like this, actually. Could add like one like under here, kind of. I like that, actually. It's not too bad. Alright. I'm getting a little crazy. I'm going to turn that intensity down. Yeah, I like that. Yeah. Okay. Looks good to me. Actually doesn't look terrible. Maybe I should. Yeah. See, this is where I start to get a little too crazy because now I'm like, would that look good? But, oh, that kind of looks good, actually. I'm going to leave that. Maybe somebody will like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to export. I'm going to name this t-shirt Hi. Takes a minute. And you, like, say you make your base in Blender and then you move it to ZBrush. There is a way you can unwrap it in ZBrush. You just have to do it a certain way, but there is different ways to unwrap things in ZBrush. It's actually not too hard. You would just use the UV map and you would choose the size you want, and then you would press create unwrap, and then I believe there is a UV master and you would press UV unwrap all. There is a plugin that you can use. Okay, wait, so maybe this is the plugin. I'm going to link down like all the plugins I had for when I had ZBrush installed properly. Right now it's just the base ZBrush with brushes in it. So I will give you a link to the places that I buy brushes and everything. So you guys can, like, you know, blast off and do it fast. So I'm going to bring this down all the way to 2. So polys in ZBrush are vertices, which would be in Blender. So 37,000 is not bad, and it still has wrinkles and looks good. So basically, I'm going to do the baking and the sculpting in one video because I think my headphones have died. Like, y'all, they're at the end. So we're gonna get this one video in for tonight. I'm gonna edit it, I'm gonna post it, and then we're gonna have to get new headphones tomorrow because this is like ridiculous. So if you don't know how to use Substance Painter, that's what I use. This is a great video because I'm gonna show you how to use it the quick way. And I'm gonna show you different ways to use it. If you guys want me to do an in-depth video into Substance Painter, how I do it, or little tips and tricks or whatever, let me know in the comment section. So we're gonna get on to this video. Okay, so part 2, we're still in part 2. We're gonna go into File, New. So where it says File, don't change anything. Where it says File, do Select. You're gonna go to wherever you saved it. I always bake the high. I don't bake the high on the low. I used to, but then I was like, no. So what works for me is baking the high. And this is how it comes. So to move it around, you can left click, hold Alt on your keyboard, bring it around. You can, not drawing. Scroll in and out, do that, you know. So in this view is your 3D. Here is your UV. Your texture settings is the name of the texture, the dimensions. These are your properties where you're going to be putting your materials on. These are your layers. Some people use different layers for different reasons. You're doing a graphic. You're obviously not going to have it on the same layer. You'll see as we go. The texture set is your channels. So it has your base color, metallic, roughness, normal, and height. This is where you would go and change if you are going to make this into a see-through shirt. Also, in this area, we have assets, which are the different assets. So I have a few different assets. I did purchase some. I also did get them off the 3D Assets site, which I have shown in other videos. I think that was the programs I used video, so you can see where I got that from. But I do buy most of my materials and things off of ArtStation. If you want to show all your materials, you would just press show all, and this gives you kind of like shows you all your denim, your PNGs, your alphas. These are a lot of alphas for like purses, your different materials, all of that. These are your tools. So the tools are more relevant if you are having to paint on a texture or do anything like that. So, and this is where you would change your shader settings. I'm not changing any of these because this is like the standard. For quality, I'm going to press Ultra. I'm going to turn my AO intensity up. I'm not going to change this at all because you don't really need to when you're baking. You can change it later on, which is really good. You go to Mode, Bake Mesh Maps. Okay, so you're going to see like a wireframe mode. I do change it to 2048. I'm going to just say base t-shirt, as this will be my texture. I leave the dilation width. I don't bring that down because that can create black lines when you bring it to the very end, which is something I learned. If you were to use low poly mesh as high poly mesh, or you were to bake it on top, this is where you would add your low poly mesh, or if it was a low poly, you would add your high poly mesh, but I'm not doing that. So I bake selected textures. I leave everything else. Sometimes it does take long depending on the size of the mesh or what it is, but this should be good. Alright, so everything looks good, clear. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change it to HDR light, and boom, we have a white. I'm going to turn the roughness up. Alright, so I am going to, I have this cotton one that I always use. Ooh, don't need the caps. well, wait, big thing. You can't use this layer, so we're gonna delete that. I'm gonna add a new paint layer. I'm sorry, fill layer. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just drag this to the base color. You can adjust the environment exposure, so I'm gonna bring that down. And I'm gonna do the rotation so it's kind of even. I'm gonna turn the roughness up so it's not like super metallic-y. And then here we're gonna fix the tiling, so make it go down. Ooh, it's looking more like a realistic shirt. That looks good. Okay, so say I wanted to change, say I like this, but I want to change these two, make them different. I would add another fill layer, right click, add black mask. I would go over to this tool right here, not projection, I'm sorry, polygon fill, press this. This is a vertice, I'm sorry, this is a try, this is mesh fill, the whole mesh, this is polygon fill, this is triangle fill. You want this fill. So what I'm going to do is it'll ultimately go over here. Okay, it's not doing it, maybe because I'm lagging, but I would press like here to change just these things and that. Now when you go here, you have two different colors. So I could change this to black and I could make it denim just for the sake of it, or cotton, whatever. No, do this one looks better. Okay, I can rotate it, turn it to here, and there. I don't really like that. Okay, I could do that. Then I could change the color to black, and now I have black sleeves, right? I think you guys are getting it because it's really simple, and I don't want you to overthink. So really, it's not even mind over matter. It's like, just follow along. I'm not gonna steer you wrong on this, I promise. So basically, I'm gonna repeat the process. So I have a fill layer. If I want to change this part of the mesh, press this bucket. Fill layer is now a new layer. Right click, add black mask. You press this polygon fill. Press this UV chunk fill. Press the part of the UV map that you want to change. I'll press this one. Now I can press this block, which is your color. You can choose whatever you're going to choose. There we go. And then I'm going to go up here, change it to bring it down, or just, bring it down a little bit. Change the color to black, and like it is kind of a little too, I don't know, it doesn't look very realistic. So I'm going to turn the roughness all the way up. There we go. That looks good. And now we have two different colors. Okay? So then now we're going to just exit that because I'm going to keep one layer. But I'm going to just go along and show you guys different layers. So, or different things that I do. So, okay. I'm going to change this color to black because black is simple. Sometimes I do use baked lighting, I'm sorry. I put it on top and it kind of changes. You see how it makes it a little bit more realistic? Looks good. You can adjust the exposure. So you could do like lighter or you could do like darker. I'm going to keep it in the middle. Just do that. Yeah, I like the way that looks. So I'm going to add a PNG layer. I'm going to add Nano. It's my favorite anime. So usually I just drag it, base color, and there it goes. Now I'm going to come over here, I'm going to press UV, and that makes it like super big. I'm going to just maybe have it like this. This is backwards. You have to know your front and your back. Your front and your back, definitely. That would actually, no, I don't like that. one thing about big boobs. Stretches your texture. That's cute, but I don't really like it for this one. I'm gonna do, let's see. I have Chanel. I think I have Palmijos. That'd be super simple. The crazy part is I don't save them under anything. Oh boy. We're gonna be using Prada in a minute. Okay. Oh, there it is. Slow. Okay, base color. Bam. There we go. And because it's upside down, we're going to be... Oh, it could go on the back. That don't look good. Okay, going on the front. We're gonna do this. Flip it upside down. I'm gonna put it like in the corner. There we go. Okay, so simple shirt. I'm gonna adjust it, and boom, there is your texture. It looks pretty clear. I like the way that looks. If you adjust it, it kind of adjusts the background. So I just kind of leave it the way that it is. I don't really hate it. I think it's cute. So I'm going to just leave it. I like to make it straight though. Move it down just a little bit. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, so we have a simple shirt with a simple graphic. Easy. Done. It's not always as easy. Sometimes you do. I have drawn different things on Substance. I have drawn things. So it's not always as easy, but I will say this as a tip. If you have a PNG and you are doing graphics in Substance, if you use bake lighting, make sure to put your graphic on top of it, because if it's under it, sometimes it looks like super dull. This one doesn't really reflect it too dull, but I just do it on top just to keep it look good. And even with the different colors, if I go red, I go, I don't know, white. Now with white, you would have to bring the exposure down. Yeah. To make it white. But you wouldn't do white on white, but you get the point. Just any colors. Go down the whole thing. And the good thing about Substance is, like, say I like this color. That actually is pretty. I can just press here. When I upload Substance again, it'll actually just be up there. So that's a really good part about Substance that I really like. But yeah, so far we are getting to the point where we're almost about to rig. That actually is the next video. So if you guys enjoyed watching this video, I hope you like, comment, and subscribe. I am going to show you one more thing before we go out. So in this corner, you can do perspective view and all this. Press this and we can go to iRay and we can see it rendered. That's the awesome thing about Substance. You can also render in Substance, and you can kind of adjust how light you want to see it. It's just like in Blender, honestly. But I love this. This looks good. You know, I would have liked if I had put a seam here, but you can always add a seam in Substance. I'm going to show you. Go to paint mode. Say I want to add a seam. Add paint. Oh, wait a minute. Right click, add paint. And then I'm going to type in seam. I'm going to use the fabric seam. Okay. Is that it? Nope, I'm going to use this one. Okay. So I'm going to... Now we're in paint mode. We can choose the way we want our seam to go. Use that. So you can turn these on, which is like lazy. It's lazy mouse. You can do this to do whatever happens on one side, happens on the other. And just go here, hold shift down, and boom, you have your seams. All types of different seams. I'm gonna actually do a regular seam. Okay. Hold shift down. There we go. So I'm kind of giving it like a more realistic, but that's not the seam I want to use. I think it's this one. Hold on. Oh yeah, this is the one. Hold shift. Yeah, this is it. And then just, I can make it smaller. I can make it faded in more, which I probably will. And pressure is 100. And there we go. We have a seam. Obviously, I need to do that up, but for the sake of the video, that looks actually pretty good. So now I have a seam in my shirt. Like I said, I can, because I used it on the same exact thing, I can just go back to paint layer, go here, here, hold shift, go here. Make sure you press your first point. Oh, no. Why is it doing that? Oh, no. Oh, I don't like that it's doing that. Oh, yeah. Hold shift down. Bruh, why is it... Okay, it never does that. Y'all, I don't know why it's doing that. Ew. Yeah, no. We're just gonna redo it and start from this part. I'm gonna start from here. That way we're all in one. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna just do the size bigger. Stroke a little deeper. Maybe the size, turn it down. Turn it back up. Yeah. No spacing. Yeah, that looks good. Let's see how that looks. Okay, perfect. I like the way that looks. On both sides, it looks pretty synopsis to this. And then I can do the same thing and just add another paint layer. And add the same exact thing that I did to the bottom. That's not very... Okay. I don't know if I want to extend it. Yeah, I will. Okay. Yeah. I don't really like the top one as much, to be honest. I feel like I extended it too far. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I wonder, can I erase? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, but I need to, like, make this pressure. Wait. Yeah, I'm gonna just leave it. But you get the point, basically, how I'm showing you, you know, how to make your seams. I kind of don't like it on the top, so I'm gonna take that off. Honestly, just do this. Press X and take it off. But I like it on the bottom. Oh, no. Here we go. I'm gonna just... Which one does it not show? Oh, I did on 2 layers. Okay, well, anyway, basically you get the point. How to do that. I'll have to fix that. I think I can just, like, erase it. Call it a day. I'm gonna have to figure that out. Anyway, yes, so I added a seam in this video. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed. Sorry I'm so indecisive, but this is how like my workflow is when I am trying to figure out what I want to do. So I'm happy to show you guys my workflow, real, raw, to the point. So in the next video, we're going to be rigging, which is something I often do on my channel. So it won't be anything new. I just like doing this series because I felt like I was giving you guys something new, something different. And a lot of people ask me how to mesh certain things. And I hope this can give you like a good basics overview, but as time progresses we will be doing more things on the channel, so make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed my videos. I really appreciate the support. I can't wait to get to 1,000. And yeah, make sure if you guys want to see anything specific, write it in the comment section below and I will try to make it happen. Thanks again. Bye.
She want to, man.